All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Endurance. All right. Simply is going to be called Endurance. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because I was recently exercising, and I came across this video while I was resting in between sets on TikTok, and pretty much it was a video with this guy explaining on how you burn fat quicker, or the better way to burn fat. All right, and pretty much within the video he was speaking on which one should you do first. Should you do cardio first and then do your weightlifting, or should you do the weightlifting first and then do cardio? And pretty much he was saying if you do cardio before you go and lift weights, that's endurance. That's better for your endurance because you're already putting yourself through the motions of, running or walking, or, whatever it is that you do for cardio. You're pretty much putting yourself in a position where you making your heart rate go up, you sweating, you moving at a rapid pace and everything. So once you're done with cardio, you're breathing heavy, you feel kind of tired a little bit because it's more intense in a sense, bars, but Slovakia, but it's more intense than lifting weights a little bit. All right. So he said if you do cardio and then lift weights, that's better for your endurance because you're gonna have to pretty much lift weights after you're already sweating and your heart is going and so forth and so on from doing the cardio. But then he was like, if you lift weights and then do cardio afterwards, he said that's better for burning fat. All right. So pretty much, I just got inspired because of the first part, which is endurance. All right. When I heard that part, and I was like, man, that's a good lesson. All right. Because, like he said in his video, once you're done with the cardio and everything, you still got to go and then lift weights after you didn't put in that work with the cardio or whatever. So when I heard that, I was like, well, this is exactly what we're going through in the spirit. All right. In the spirit, we're trying to endure until the end, because the thing is, man, a lot of people come into this truth and they fall off because of whatever it is that's going on in their life, or they just simply get tired of doing the work. I was speaking about that with my brother when I was out in the city on Tuesday. And we were speaking about certain people and how it came about, how they was like, they just felt like they just didn't want to do the work anymore. They just got tired of doing it. They didn't want to endure. All right. Because the thing is, man, we all go to work. All right. We all got to go to work, do our 9 to 5. And, if we have kids, we got to take care of kids. We got to, take care of responsibilities and everything. So those things may come before you actually do the work of the Lord. All right. Just like in the video, he said, if you do the cardio, now it's time for you to do the lifting. So, in our situation, that could be exactly what it is, what it can be. All right. You got to go to work and do the 9 to 5. And then after that, then you come home and take care of your business. Then you got to make sure you find some time to do what? Do these videos and go out into the highways and the byways. All right. Because there's a lot of brothers that get off work and then they literally know they got to go to camp. So they go to camp, or, brothers doing on their off days, it is what it is, but they still got to take care of responsibilities and everything like that, for their everyday lives. So this is why the scriptures say the ones that endure to the end shall be saved, because, this life can wear you down. Definitely. Because as we all know, like the scriptures say, this is not our rest. All right. This place is not meant for us to enjoy. It's not meant for us to sit down and relax. This place is meant for us to be worn down and beaten down, because this is our captivity. All right. So we got to understand that in order for us to make it, we always got to make sure that we're doing what we need to do for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And I tell myself that every single day. All right. Just for the simple fact that I'm just be like, look, man, if I can wake up and go work for Esau, stand on my feet for 8 hours, and then if I need to make extra money, I DoorDash or whatever, so I put in even more time. I was like, look, man, I could give the Lord 30 minutes of my time. I could give the Lord an hour of my time. That's the Lord, man. All right. And I always got to tell myself this, because it is, we in this sinful flesh, we in captivity. So demons are going to mess with you, man. Certain thoughts are going to come in your head to the point where you just be like, it's okay. I won't do a video today, or I won't do a video this week. It's okay. The Most High knows my heart. No. This is why I'm going to start with the scripture right here. Psalms 19:9. It says, the fear of the Lord is clean and is what? Enduring forever. So this is what I'm going to start with. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous all together. All right. The fear of the Lord is clean. This is what you need to have in your heart and in your spirit every single day. All right. Because if you have this upon your spirit, you're going to endure us forever. So no matter what you're going through and what's going on in your life, you're going to make sure you do this work, man. And just like I saw a video from GMS Get This Work Too. He uploaded a video a few weeks ago. He was like, if you part of the elect, you're going to do this work because that's your lot. It's not going to be an option. It's always going to be in your spirit to get up and do something, because you're going to want to feed the sheep. Like Yahushua said, he said, if you love me, feed my sheep, right? So no matter what we're going through, we're always going to make sure that we make time for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Verse 10, it says, more to be desired are they than gold. Yeah, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. The fear of the Lord is better than gold. All right, it's better than honey. It's better than anything on this earth. Just for the simple fact that the fear of the Lord would give you life. Just for the simple fact that you're following and acknowledging Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You're taking instruction. You're taking order. Gold, that could disappear, man. You can walk down the street, get robbed. You can lose it. All right, no matter what, yeah, we love jewelry. Trust me, we Jake. I love jewelry. I love earrings and necklaces and watches and shit and rings and all of that. And yeah, that shit cracking, But at the same time, hey, those things are not better than the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is something that's going to last with you forever, as long as you acknowledge them. All right. Verse 11, it says, moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them is great reward. Great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then I shall be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. That's right. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. We're supposed to be meditating on the commandments, statutes, and laws, meditating on the fear of the Lord, and meditating on the rewards. I always say this, man. You got to think about the rewards. This is one of the main things that you should be motivated by, is the rewards that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to give us as long as we endure to the end. Literally, man, one of my favorite channels to go to, of course, is Manasseh Cubans 144, because, he uploads those videos with the visuals. All right, he uploads the video visuals, and he shows you the spiritual power videos and us flying and our children in their glory, our women in their glory, us in our glory, us sitting thrones, having the best food. He gives you a glimpse of what the kingdom is going to be like. All right. And you got to remember, man, Yahweh Shah said, like, look, even he said, he was like, look, I'm not going to drink any wine until it's that time, until it's the kingdom, until the kingdom is here. First, we got to do this work, man. And then after that, we celebrate. So you got to think about the rewards. That's one of the main things we all want to experience, is Yahweh Shah putting that crown upon our heads, man. That's going to be a ceremony out of this world. Because you already know, hey, like I said before, we Jake. Yahweh Shah is a Jake. All right. It's not that there's going to be some ceremony like with Esau or the Grammy Awards. We got a big crown and they go up and they accept the award and everything like that, man. No, this is Yahweh Shah himself giving the brothers who enduring this to the end a crown, man. You already know that's going to be something special. It's going to be something very, very special. And you're going to feel good that you actually earned that too. All right. So the fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. Let's get Matthew 26. Let's get Matthew 26. And then we're going to go to verse 36. And it says, then cometh Yahweh Shai with them into a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto me, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou will. Yeah. Yahushua didn't want nothing to do with what was getting ready to happen to him. All right. He was like, look, I don't want to, he said, I don't want to go through this, man. But he already knew that he had to go through what he had to go through. He had to do what he had to do, man. You know, and that's why he accomplished the greatest work, because with him going on that cross, hey, we have a way back to the Most High, and we have a way back to being ourselves again, which is Israelites. All right. Verse 40, it says, and he cometh to the disciples and findeth them asleep, and said unto Peter, what, could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right. He said, man, look, you can't watch with me 1 hour. And that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, man, look, we got to go to work. We got to do all of these things in our life. We give Esau literally our blood, sweat, and tears, 8+ hours per day. All right. We can't go and do something for the Lord for 30 minutes or an hour every day. Just one. He said, what, could you not watch with me 1 hour? He said, come on, man. That's why he said, watch and pray. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be praying consistently. So that way we won't what? Enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing. Yeah, we feel it. We always ready to do this work when we think about it. But then when it's time to do it, the flesh kicks in to battle us within the spirit. But the flesh is weak. Sometimes the flesh be like, man, look, just sit down. You know you want to rest. You know you want to go out and get something to eat right quick. You know, you got your woman at home. You want to be with her, or whatever the case may be. You want to go out and have some fun. You can just do that just for today, man. You never want to have that in your mind all the time, because that can lead you into doing this too many days in a row. Too many days in a row. The next thing you know, you get weak, you get lukewarm, and lukewarm turn to you being cold. The next thing you know, you falling out the truth. That's why he said, look, what, could you not watch with me 1 hour? Hey, man, give the Lord at least 1 hour. That's it. That's it. Put out your video, get some reading done. You know, look at a brother's video, show some support. We all out here trying to build the house of David, right? Show some support. And then after that, man, go on your way. You did what you needed to do for the day. All right. Then when it's camp day, you go out and do what you need to do for camp. Then you do what? Once again, go home and go on your way. So always remember that, man. Let that fear kick in to the point where you just like, look, I'm not going to sit here and not do nothing. No, we trying to wake up the elect. Like I said, as long if we don't do this work, that's the longer we're going to be here, man. Point blank, period. Because how's the elect going to be sealed if they don't have a teacher, right? If they don't have a preacher, they're not going to be able to do this. They're not going to be able to understand this word because nobody told them about it. So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6. Okay, it is 6. And then we're going to go to verse 22. It says, as for wisdom, what she is and how she came up, I will tell you, and will not hide mysteries from you, but will seek her out from the beginning of her nativity and bring the knowledge of her into light, and will not pass over the truth. Neither will I go consuming envy, for such a man shall have no fellowship with wisdom. That's right. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and the wise king is the upholding of the people. All right. We all supposed to be kings, priests, rulers, right? It says a wise king is the upholding of the people. We're building ourselves up with this ruler class mentality. In order for us to really be worthy enough to be kings, we got to do this work, man. We can't just be like, yeah, I'm going to be part of the elect. You can't think like that. You got to fear the Lord and be like, man, look, I don't know. The scriptures say the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your labor of love. So this is one of the things you always got to keep in your head. You got to do this work so you can sort of speak, convince the Most High that you worthy enough to be on that chariot and worthy enough to be part of the 144,000 and the rest of the elect, man. All right. So verse 25, it says, receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. Woo! It shall do you good. If you receive instruction through this word, it's going to do you good. It's going to keep you in a great place. Chapter 7, verse 1 of Wisdom of Solomon. It says, I myself am what? A mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. And it says, when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature, and the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. Now this is going into something else, but the point that I wanted to get into was we can keep reading actually. It says, I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. So you can use this to bring out one of the points that virgin birth was some bullshit. Everybody was born the same way. All right. Joseph and Mary had sex. That's why he said, in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. Then he says, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. None. All right. So Yahushua, he was born through the act of sex. All right. Getting back to the point, verse 6, it says, for all men have one entrance into life, and the like going out. All right. There you go. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me, and I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. All right. Solomon was like, look, he wanted wisdom over rulership, power, and money. All right. He was like, give me wisdom. That way he can be a great king. Because like he said right here, I myself also am a mortal man, just like we are right now. We're in this flesh. We're mortal men. We have, we have thoughts that we think about, things that we just want to do, because this world has definitely taken a toll on us. All of us grew up a certain way, liking certain things. When you were in the world, you probably was a person like me who loved to smoke weed all the time. All right. Or you probably was in the world and, you was a hustler. You was out, actually selling weed, or you probably selling some stronger shit. I don't know. Everybody have their different ways of life, their different walks of life, to the point where, when they got into this truth, they look back and you'd be like, damn, man, I was fucking up, but you don't let those things weigh you down, man. You definitely don't let the things that you are doing right now in the truth weigh you down, because we all are mortal men and we're all in this flesh. So none of us are perfect. This is why we got to get up out of here, man. Because even when you come into this truth, you still go off every now and then, man. We don't live in sin. All right. We avoid it as much as possible. 2/3 of our people, they live in it. They look forward to it. Us, we don't look forward to it. And when we do something and we know what's going off, it pisses us off, man. And we get mad because we like, look, we don't want to upset the Most High. This is, hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 13. It says, for what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High, or who can think what the will of the Lord is? For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable. It's miserable, man. That's exactly what we are right now in this earth, man. We are miserable every single day. When you walk and go to work or whatever, people are miserable. Okay? Ain't nobody really happy. Even the people with money. they not really that happy, especially the ones that's in the industry, because they knew what they had to do to get there, man. They could put on that front on TV as much as they want. But when they by themselves, or when they got to actually do those acts, all right, of them going off, man, they just like, man, I already know it kills them in the spirit, especially if it's jank. All right, verse 15, it says, for the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. All right, this is what this flesh does, man. It presses us down. It gets us to the point where we just don't want to deal with this shit no more. All right, and it sends us in a doozy. We just thinking about all kind of things over and over and over again. You could just be sitting down and you just go crazy sometimes. You go insane. You get tired of being around people. You don't want to talk to nobody. Don't want to deal with this earth no more. All kind of things, man. But the thing is, man, that keeps us going is this word. Real talk is this word. This is what keeps us motivated, because without this word, man, we wouldn't, man, we'll be through. Point blank period. We'll be through. Just like everybody else. Just like 2/3 of our own people. We'll be through. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14. Make sure I went to it. All right. It is verse 13. It says, now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, cover such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. This is what we're supposed to be doing right now, getting our house in order, meaning our spirits, getting right with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because we know things are getting ready to go down. We know that it's getting ready to be chaotic out here, and we're going to need the Lord throughout these troublesome times. So we're getting ourselves in order. We're trying to do right as much as possible by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, repenting daily. All right. Verse 14. Just like we read in Wisdom of Solomon about how this body makes you miserable, right? Verse 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. All right. It's time to build up within the spirit, man. It's time to get strong. Like I said, that's why I named this video Endurance and where I got it from. All right. Because when you get on that treadmill and you put in that 30 minutes of running or whatever it is you got to do, but you just like, man, but I want to be swole too. You want to be able to walk through doors sideways and shit. All right, you want to do all that shit too. So guess what? Now you got to lift. Now you got to put in more work. So now you got to become stronger. You got to put off the weak nature. All right. So we got to put off that weak nature that we have right now within this earth. We can't let these things weigh us down. You know, just like that picture I posted on my community page yesterday. What is saying? Hold on. Let me look it up. Yeah. Said how to be a loser, right? Said watch porn, don't work out, have no goals, always negative, chase girls, always sleep late, on the phone 24/7, you smoking, you vaping, don't chase dreams, you being lazy. That's weak nature, man. Letting the things of this world weigh you down. We men. All you gotta do when you really, we already know, as soon as we want something done, man, you know you have the game plan to make it happen. But the thing is, the weak nature will weigh you down to the point where you just don't feel like doing it, and you just won't do it because you'd rather just be lazy, sit down, do nothing. So yeah, within the spirit, you're a loser. And ultimately, if you have that type of mindset, you ultimately will lose because the Most High is going to cast you out, man. And that's one thing we don't want. So we putting off the weak nature. We do not want to get to the point where, you know, we become so weak to the point where the Most High don't even want to deal with us no more. That's a scary thought, man. Verse 15, and it said, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. All right. So put off the weak nature. All you got to do, like I said, have the fear of the Lord guide you. This ain't time to be weak, man. This is a time to make sure that we keep going because we know things are about to get real. So we got to pray consistently. Do what you need to do, man. Brothers put up different types of videos all the time. You got brothers that put up videos for history, if you like going into that. You got brothers that's good at exhortation, like the video that I'm doing now. You got videos that brothers do, like I said, for the visual sense. All kind of different videos are out here for you to cleave unto, all right? To keep you uplifted and motivated in the spirit, so that way you can continue to have belief and faith. Without faith, man, you done. Scriptures say that all the time. Without faith, you cannot please the Most High. It's impossible to please Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua if you don't have any faith, man. All right? Let's get one last scripture and close it out. We're going to get Matthew chapter 24. And then we're going to go to verse 4. And it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Salakia, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach Yahushai, and shall deceive many. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. We are in the beginning of sorrows right now. Verse 9, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But here's the point. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. All right. You got to endure to the end. There's no way around it. You got to go through the straight gate. Can't go through the wide gate. All right. You got to go through the path that's going to be difficult. This truth ain't meant to be easy. This truth ain't meant for you to just, oh yeah, I know what the Lord is about. I know his name and I'm good now. I'm going to be living deliciously. Nah, that ain't how this works. We ain't in the kingdom yet. We ain't get the reward. The Most High want to see how much you want this truth. He want to see how much you want to make on the chariot. He want to see how much you believe in him. So he going to put us through things, man. And then he going to see if we overcome it and do what's right at the end. All right. So he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Always remember this, man. Endure. Keep enduring, whether you feel like doing this work or not. And and for the women that's out there, hey, look, you don't have to teach, but you got to endure too. You can find ways to help out the brothers. If you have a talent with making garments or providing food or water or whatever it is for the brothers, and do that, man. Because you got to endure too. You got to repent daily. You got to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, because it's a different walk with women. Once you come into this truth, you understand that a woman is only supposed to be with one man her whole life. So you're going to have to be careful what man you choose when you come into this truth. I know there's a few women out there right now that just don't even deal with men. They just waiting until the other side, which is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be with somebody, you know what you're supposed to do as a woman. All right. That's why that's difficult for a lot of women, because, this place pushes feminism. It pushes independence. As a woman, you're supposed to be that help me towards your husband. So it's certain things, you're going to have to do toward him that, at first you may not have done when you were in the world. So this is for everybody, man. This is just not for, the men. Of course, it starts with the men. The tabernacle is with men, like it says in the book of Revelation. All right. But at the same time, we do understand that the scriptures say there's going to be elect women, because the scriptures tell you about the elect lady. Women are going to be saved as well, as long as children and other men that's not teaching, they're going to make it as well. So all of us got to endure until the end, man. So we all got to do what's necessary for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. So I'm going to end it with that. Just wanted to bring that out real quick, because like I said, when I saw that clip, I was like, that's a lesson right there. That's a good thing to talk about, because all of us are going through it, man. I already know all of us are. So that's why we got to pray for each other. That way we can have help and we can endure into the end. So I hope this was edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, Call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned his truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazad, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.